YouTube, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are here for the championship round episode at Bettors Edge. We're going to get it kick-started, guys, with the AFC Championship game today, and I'll get into the NFC Championship game tomorrow, previewing both games. First up, guys, as I mentioned, we're going to Mile High Stadium. We got Drake May and the New England Patriots on the road, 5.5-point favorites against the Denver Broncos. And of course, before we even get started, Bo Nix is out with a broken ankle. This line, guys, opened. I don't want to say opened, was look ahead on Sunday morning as New England Patriots -1.5. And it's ballooned up now to New England -5.5. Ultimately, what this game is going to come down to, guys, we talked about it in the divisional round against the Houston Texans. And I believe the same thing is going to pertain to this game. We know what this Denver Broncos defense is about. They got the #1 pass rushing unit in the entire NFL. They're going to get after Drake May. They're going to sack Drake May. They're most likely going to take the ball away at least once, if not more than once. We saw that from May last week, turning the ball over. We haven't seen Jared Stidham start a game in the National Football League since 2023, if I'm not mistaken. He's pretty widely regarded as a guy that's a fringe starter type of player, meaning you can count on this guy to come in, steady the ship, and at least give you serviceable performances in spot starts when you need him. Is he better than that? We're going to find out on Sunday against a pretty good New England Patriots defense. But I don't think he's much worse than that. What we saw last week from the Houston Texans, and especially C.J. Stroud, turning the football over, particularly with 4 interceptions in the first half, that's going to have to be the game plan for the Denver Broncos, in the sense of Sean Payton is going to have to be in Stidham's ear and tell him, listen, we need to take care of the football. The game plan starts and ends with being judicious and how we're protecting the ball. At the very least, if Stidham can take care of the ball, I think this Denver Broncos defense is at least going to keep them somewhat competitive. Is that going to be within the number? That remains to be seen, not only here at the Bettors Edge, as far as my prediction, which is going to be released on Friday, but obviously when the game comes to fruition on early Sunday afternoon. The New England Patriots love to run the ball. I think the Denver Broncos are going to have success taking the ground attack away from them. I don't think, and I don't expect the New England Patriots to have the same success that the Buffalo Bills had on the ground against this Denver Broncos defense. It's a completely different type of rush attack. Yes, Drake May can beat you a bit with his legs, but they're not designed runs similar to a guy like Josh Allen. And I know it wasn't just Josh Allen beating the Denver Broncos with his legs. It was also James Cook's. But you have to account for Josh Allen in designed run game, which makes it much harder to stop James Cook when he gets the ball. So as I mentioned, ultimately what this game is going to come down to is, at least as it pertains to betting this game against the spread, is what do we expect from Jared Stidham as far as taking care of the football? If he's going to turn the ball over multiple times, this Denver Broncos team doesn't stand a chance against the New England Patriots. He's going to have to protect the ball. He's going to have to take care of the ball. How much pressure is the New England Patriots defense going to put on Stidham to beat them with his arm? And at the same time, how aggressive is Sean Payton going to be in his play calling to put the ball in Stidham's hands and open up the playbook? Is he going to be cautious and rely on the run game and try and shorten this game, if you will, take it down to the fourth quarter before we really see him start to open up the playbook? Or is he going to start the game aggressive, put the ball in Stidham's hands, and really look at this as if there's not a huge drop-off between Bo Nix and Jared Stidham? What I think people are going to be surprised just a bit is that the drop-off from Bo Nix to Jared Stidham is not a huge drop-off. I'm not saying Stidham is as good as Bo Nix. Bo Nix has been playing fantastic since he's come into the NFL. I think he's slowly starting to come down to earth just a bit. However, I do think Jared Stidham is going to be able to hold his own. What that means in totality, we're going to find out on Sunday. At the end of the day, as I mentioned a couple times already, this game boils down to which team is going to take care of the ball. If Drake May is going to turn the ball over 2 or 3 times in Mile High against that defense, I think Sean Payton is wise enough and smart enough to put a game plan together to be able to manage that type of scenario and at least give his team a fighting chance late in the fourth quarter. Has Drake May learned from his performance last week? He's a young quarterback. This is going to be a raucous environment. This is now, just like it was last week and each and every single week thereafter in the postseason, it's the same, the biggest game of Drake May's very young career. I think this game is going to be a little bit more competitive than people think. I think the scoreline is going to be a little bit closer than people think. I haven't, and I will not release my prediction just yet. But how close the final score is going to be, is it going to be within 5.5 points? That remains to be seen come Friday afternoon when I release this pick. If you're interested in the Denver Broncos, one thing that I can say, guys, and I don't imagine there's going to be too many interested parties in the Denver Broncos when they're watching this video, but if you are, keep a very close eye on this line, because I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if by the time I get back to creating the actual pick for this game on Friday, if this line isn't teetering down something closer to 4.5 by kickoff. Not only Friday, but definitely by Sunday. I think this line is slowly teetering down just a tad. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back tomorrow for the NFC Championship game preview. And of course on Friday when I release my picks and best bets for both games.